What up, guys? I wanted to get a video out while I'm getting my steps in. I want to talk about all the drama surrounding TK Kirkland, not only pertaining to Charleston White, but the 5150 and the Scruncho situation. I don't really want to break down what actually happened between them, who I believe, who I don't believe. Even though TK Kirkland posted a video on his channel on Instagram about what actually happened, and certain people are jumping in, and Scruncho was on the 5150 and said what he said, and then they both got on live arguing with each other. And guys, I got to thinking, man, like, does the beefing ever stop? Like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, both of these brothers, very successful in the entertainment business, getting to the bag, got kids, doing good for themselves. They seem like they're both really healthy. I know TK Kirkland is over 60 plus, and he looks like he's in his early 40s, late 30s. Scruncho looks good for his age, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, yo, does this beefing ever stop? Because see, we'll condone the shit that, and excuse my language, but we'll condone the shit that's going on right here. We'll condone talking to each other a certain way, whether it's black men, black men, black men, black women, black women, black women, whatever. But let a white person do it, and we crying racism. We calling this entertainment. We calling this keeping it real. We calling this standing on your business, exposing sucker shit. But let a white person or anybody else of any other race do this to us, and we crying racism. We playing the victim. Now, I'm not on anybody's side, bro. I personally think it's, like I said, I think it's disgusting after a certain age that these brothers are in a position to be grandfathers, maybe just fathers, whatever, right? They built their foundation, they stables in their communities, and we talking about pulling up on each other, not building, not giving the game to the youngins how we should be able to move. Because like I said, whether they gave the game or not, it was a prime example of how you should and shouldn't move at that age. I'm 30. TK Kirkland is 33 years older than me. And I'm sure Scruncho is 20 plus years older than me. Guys, I know social media would be a lot different, when I get to their age. But I don't want to get to a point at that age where I've accomplished everything that I set out to accomplish, and I'm still online trying to pull up on people. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect both of these brothers, and a lot of the brothers that I respect, especially a lot of the OGs, they always say, oh, I ain't with this internet stuff. And then be on the internet hooting and hollering, ready to squabble. Why? You don't see Warren Buffett doing this shit. You don't see, I know they're gonna have a little celebrity match, but that's to bring a bag in. You don't see Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk doing this. You don't see Warren Buffett and what's the other guy named Jeff Bezos doing this. You don't see, Robert Kiyosaki and them other Chinese billionaires doing this, multimillionaires doing this nonsense. And, I'm sure somebody gonna get on here and be like, oh, they do. Well, we don't see it as much as we do it. We don't see it as much as we do it. Like, before anybody gives anybody props in said community, we'll be the ones disrespecting each other. We'll be the ones doing it for clout, for likes. How's it going, man? We'll be the one disrespecting each other and then looking for somebody to give us a handout as opposed to building with each other. Yo, if I don't rock with you at this age, sure, I can fight. I got scars on my knuckles, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But why? The goal is not to revert back to the younger me. The goal is not to revert back to a lower, lesser level, lesser thinking of me to prove a point to everybody else. Yo, if somebody says something, I remember AMS said this in the video, yo, if somebody's saying something about me, that's on y'all to believe them. One, I'm gonna block you for talking like that. And two, I'm just not even gonna partake in it. Guys, nothing come from beef. And one of my favorite rappers, 50 Cent, right? A lot of people wonder, like, oh, 50 said he don't drink in interviews. He said he don't really go to the club. Yo, back then, in his younger days, in his earlier musical prime, fresh out the streets, 50 was beefing with everybody. And not like rappers, real street dudes. They couldn't be out in the clubs. And I'm not saying he should or shouldn't be drinking right now. That's on him. That's him. but he couldn't really be drunk right now, bro. He had to have his head on a swivel, regardless of who he had around him. Hey, bro, it was wartime every time. So when you see him out at the club enjoying himself, and you see him going from city to city having a drink or two, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, he's at that age now where he can enjoy the fruits of his labor when he ain't got to always look over his shoulder 24/7. Now, I'm sure he still got to do it because some of them dudes are serious dudes. But, yo, like, at the age of 50, 60, 70 years old, bro, if you've worked your ass off your whole life to build what you got now, you're supposed to be enjoying the fruits of your labor. Pulling, you know, giving game to the youngins, pulling them up, putting them under your wing like he doing with the baby. You know, like he doing with A Boogie and them. Pulling them up, putting them under your wing instead of pulling up on people. Instead of going to interviews, telling these stories. Like, yo, my only problem with a lot of these brothers is that you really don't hear from. The first big interviews they get, you know, they'll spend most of the interview, instead of talking about what they got going on, instead of talking about how they came up in the game, instead of talking about a lot of the stuff, and it's not even just the brothers and sisters that do it too, they'll start to shit on somebody else that look like them. Yo, if I don't rock with you, ain't no need for me to talk about you. You dead. That's the 48 laws of power. If they're not even willing to talk crap about you, you dead out here. I just don't get it, man. Like, what's the point of all this? And we always wonder why we behind, why we last. You know what I'm saying? Because, and my thing is, we get so mad. Like I said, we get so mad when white people do it. This is entertainment for them. On their downtime, they get to watch shit like this. Sure, they may not rock with people. Sure, they may do certain things in the business world to cut some of their enemies off, but they ain't gonna put it on camera. But we so fixated on just giving people that side of us that they claim that we be, or we supposed to be, niggas. We so quick to act like it, just to prove we not soft, or we not to be played with. Y'all, I ain't gotta tell you what I am to be what I am. You feel me? Whether a lion roars or not, he still got that man. You see him coming from a mile away. Whether a tiger roars or not, or whether a bear roars or not, you know, you see him coming from a mile away. Now, you can act funny if you want. You'll just find out the hard way. And that's just my take on it, bro. It's just like, damn, like, yo, we be so close to taking said community to the next level, and then we take 5 steps back, reverting to the same goofy shit, bro. And sure, some people will call it Stockholm Syndrome, but we've all known about Stockholm Syndrome for the last 30, 40 plus years. And yet we still can't get past it. Like, yo, bro, hey, whenever you get ready to blame white people, blame the man for something, I just want y'all to think. When's the last time that it wasn't a mass group of blacks doing shit to blacks? Fuck the system for a second. Like, even with the Breakfast Club and Larry Elder. Like, Larry Elder ended the interview, you know, Charlemagne basically tried to call him a coon. Ended the interview basically, you know, schooling Charlemagne. Like, yo, man, you didn't come to Joe Biden with this interview, with this energy. When he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, you should have been highly offended. Don't tell me you don't let him get you mad the way you're not letting me get you mad. Nah. Keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, bro, we shuck and jive around white people. We got the nerve to talk about systems in play. We got the nerve to talk about how bad white people are. Yet we'll work for them and then do all that talking. So it's good enough for you to work for them, but once you talk to another black person that has a difference of opinion, now you got to shun and demean and belittle said black person instead of staying on code. And that was my thing about these other communities. I'm sure they all don't like each other or get along, but they stay on code because everybody's watching. If everybody watching, look, I ain't even gonna belittle you, but behind the scenes, yo, they may have, I'm sure a lot of them squabbled before. I'm sure a lot of them had something to say. I'm sure a lot of them caught their wives messing with one of their enemies or something like that. You won't know. And that's the thing, bro, like, that shit just bothers me. It just plays over and over and over and over and over in my head. Like, yo, we ever gonna get out of this cycle where we can't get out of our own way? Are we ever gonna get out of this cycle where we can't look at one another without twisting our face up, ready to spaz, I was driving Lyft a couple months back, maybe last year. It was last year, because this is when I still had my Chevy before it got repoed. and I had a passenger in my car. I was around, if you're in the Jersey area, the Jersey or Philly area, you know where I'm talking about. I was coming back from Cherry Hill Mall. I picked somebody up from Cherry Hill Mall, and I was going towards like the Camden Collinswood area. Can't remember what that road or what that street is called. And I'm at a red light, and mind you, bro, I literally just looked over at this guy. No face, no nothing. Dude rolled down his windows like, "What's up, where I know you from?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yo, you heard me, nigga, where I know you from?" I'm like, "What?" And he like, "Oh, so what, you want to pull over?" So I'm just like, "Yo, my guy, I just looked over there, and you was quick to pop off." Now, let that have been a white person, white cop, and I'm sure everybody go be like, "Oh, the brawl this, the brawl that." Hey, bro, listen. Them white boys walk through a couple of y'all cities with tiki torches screaming N-word this, N-word that, and ain't not a soul happen. People run when they see white dudes in hoods, white hooded sheets, but they want to keep that shit, want to turn up with black people, with people that look like them. And that shit had me, I'm just sitting here thinking like, because I really wanted to fight him, but knowing what I know now, like he may have had something on him because he was out of shape. He was really more like morbidly out of shape. And he was driving like a minivan that was like really rusty and everything. So I'm just like, listen, this dude is probably going through a lot more in his life than me just looking in his direction. And let's just say we get out this car, we park somewhere while I got this passenger, which is not smart. I could lose my right to make money. I could possibly go to jail if I beat him up bad enough. I could get beat up, lose my footing, head hit the concrete, never be the same again. Or if he got something on him, get shot, never be the same again. And over what? Because I looked in his direction, he said something to me that didn't warrant him saying something to me. And because I couldn't then control how I reacted about how he was feeling about his life. Nah, bro, look, you can have that. I'm in a way better place right now. I don't got a car yet, but I'm making a lot more money, got a lot more of my savings, and I'm only going further. Shit is crazy, bro. In that one instant. And I always think like, yo, how many black men and black women are locked up or dead right now because of that one instant where they couldn't just say, yo, listen, this person clearly is going through a lot worse right now to where they really, like, they willing to crash out. But when people crash out, trust and believe, when you see it, it be like, damn, overstepping on your shoe over this, bro, it wasn't because that person stepped in their shoe. That person probably living paycheck to paycheck. They kids or their girls don't respect them. They family don't respect them. Their jobs is kicking their ass. And that was the last, like, itsy bitsy straw that they said, you know what? It's time. Nah, bro. It's going to be stuff. And, like, what we can learn from the TK Kirkland Scruncho situation, bro, it's going to be a lot of stuff that's coming your way, especially from people that look like you. Bro, you got to be able to withstand it. You got to be able to be better than that. Look, if I was TK, and it's easier saying that because I'm not TK, I wasn't in this position where people were saying that, you know, they knocked me out and everybody was calling saying, oh, thank you for doing that. And people are making all these videos about you. I'm not in this position. But me, I'd have just let it ride. Fuck y'all. I'm still getting to the money. My kids is doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look great for 60. Shit, I might fuck around and have 40 more summers out this mug. I'm not about to let y'all bring me down to y'all level, bro. So if that's what y'all want to go with, y'all go with it. I'm in city to city selling out shows, getting my bag. Y'all do y'all thing. I hope it works out for you. I hope it was worth it. Because me, on the other hand, I'm going to keep collecting my chicken. And you seen what he said in the Vlad interview. Like, before Jamie Foxx had his health scare, they was working on doing his special, working on a podcast. So my thing is, look, regardless of what happens between those men, whether it's true or not, we don't know. I don't care. But they was working on a whole nother bag. The bag was only about to get bigger. And look, Jamie's doing a lot better now, so it may still be in play. So instead of collecting the bag, we resorting back to the fuck shit. And it only takes one split opportunity for your life to be the same. Yo, what if they'd have met up, fought, let's just say TK Kirkland beat him, but Scruncho head hit the ground and Scruncho dead. Now TK Kirkland in jail, or vice versa. Now all the shit that Scruncho worked for, TK Kirkland dead, and he in jail for the rest of his life. And for what? To prove who did what 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago? There's people that say stuff about me from high school. Bro, I know some of y'all. And a lot of the times when people around you, especially people that you went to school with, talk about you, trust and believe, bro, the people around them can't wait to tell you what they said. And not only tell you what they said, but they can't wait to tell you a lot of the stuff that they going through. Oh, yeah, they said this, but, man, don't even worry about them because, man, they baby dads is doing this, or they got this, and I just better listen. And now I'm at the age where I'm just like, look, I don't even care, bro. That's on them. Because they worried about me, and the only time I really thought about them is when you told me they was talking about me. You an afterthought in my mind, in my world, homie. And if I was Scruncho, how to handle the situation, like I said, I'd have just talked about the moves I'm making. Yeah, the public don't really know me, but let me tell y'all what I got in the works right now. We're working on podcasts, we're working on clothing. You know, we're working on building our platform, still selling out shows. Yeah, y'all may not have seen me, but man, we killing them in the shows, you feel me? Like, yo, as a black man, bro, I remember Kevin Samuels said something about this. We got to work on controlling our image and staying on code. And if we can't do that, we're going to be at the mercy of every other organization that wants to paint us in a certain light. Dangerous thugs, feminine dudes that's black, wearing dresses, stepdaddy. And then we sitting back complaining about it. Well, look around. Most of y'all stepdads, most of y'all willing to crash out about nothing. And a lot of y'all changing y'all sex to be women. What is you mad at? Come on, man. We got to do better. But, you know, God bless both of them brothers. I hope that they can eventually get to a point where they can squash it and settle it. And, you know, look, they don't got to be best friends. But y'all hope that both of them enjoy the fruits of their labor and be able to take their game to the next level. Because somebody out there watching that thought what they was doing was the shit. And a lot of people like us was watching with just like, damn, OG. Y'all the OGs. Y'all ain't even supposed to be out here like this. Man, that shit happened. You feel me? Like, I would have said, look, that happened God knows how long ago. And it happened the way it happened. Oh, expound on it. Talk your shit. Look, I want to talk about the moves I got set up. What happened between me and TK Kirkland, we're going to let the people that was there talk about it. I know what I did. He know what he did. That's what it is, bro. That's my 2 cents.